Hello, my name is Adrian and we're going to be doing a functional aging session. So this is about being able to move and balance and bend your knees and stretch throughout our lives. So we want to age well, we want to age strong, we want to age better basically. I'm using the hog today. So a little bit of a prickly hog. We're going to be using it both on this side and on this side. I'm also going to be using a heavy set of weights. Notice I've said heavy because in life we lift heavier things than maybe a small 2 kilo weight. So ditch the 2s and go for something heavier, please. Okay. Obviously all this work we are doing today, please take the most appropriate options for you. Listen to your body, especially if you're home alone on your own doing this today. Make sure you may be near a wall for a balance aid as we go through the balance section, and then we'll transition down to the ground. And please just take your time, have a drink of water. I'm doing this barefoot. You could wear grip socks if you want to, but I think barefoot training is great. We want to feel the ground. Okay, so let's get ourselves started. I'm going to keep the hog this way, and what I'd like you to start off with is place your right foot about 3 or 4 prickles up. You could use a yoga block, or you could take a really hard or solid book or something to do this instead. And the purpose of this is to start to get your ankles to mobilize and stretch out your calves. So I'm driving my knee directly forward to the center of my foot. I'm relaxing my arms. I'm going to try and keep a nice tall posture. What happens as we age, we start to flex a bit more here. So my job is to keep your shoulders back and to keep your sternum lifted. Yeah. And already I'm starting to feel good in that ankle. Knee pathologies, you've also got to think, how far can I go without being uncomfortable? But always remember, pain doesn't mean damage, but you've got to be mindful yourself because you know your body right now. Okay, so the next option is going to be move the knee to the big toe and then to the little toe. Yes, the knee is a hinge joint, but we need to be able to move it in these angles if you can. In life, we don't just walk in the sagittal plane like so. We need to be able to do this with our knee joint, and so it's ready for those times where you step off a curb or an unstable surface, so you can actually catch yourself and your knee is actually used to this bone rhythm as you go like that. Good, and I'm feeling my ankle as well. Do you? And let's change legs. So we're going to take the other foot up. I've got my heel down, my toes up as far as I can for my body, but I want to keep my heel down as I've just mentioned. The other foot is nice to relax and out to the side, and just start to drive that knee forwards. Relax those shoulders. Give me a little smile. I normally teach a lot of step and aerobics, and I just thought today, it's a Sunday, it's pretty cloudy here in the UK. What better to do than film a little balance class for you today? And I find it important because I'm also getting older and I've been teaching for maybe 20 plus years. I have to do this before I teach my high intensity classes, and this really helps my feet, helps my calves and my ankles, my knees, my hips. It's beautiful, really good move to do. So I highly recommend a block or a hog. Get one, it's brilliant. So let's move the knee towards the big toe and the little toe. Blue screens, maybe you don't want to look at me right now, maybe you can hear my voice. Just look down at the hog or at your floor as you're going from your knee towards your little toe. Maybe this doesn't suit you today on this side, so maybe this is your injured knee side, or maybe you've had a knee replacement and you just want to take it straight forwards and backwards like that. Yeah. This class is about just being comfortable. Do what you feel feels good for you today. I'm now going to do a double calf stretch. So we're going to take both feet up as high as we can onto that surface, and I'm going to find a neutral pelvis. Naturally, we want to sit our bum back as we get the toes up, and I want you to get your hips underneath your shoulders. Soften your knees just a little, relax those shoulders, and whilst we're here, let's do some shoulder rolls. Keep that smile. And change direction. Rule of thumb, go slower, smaller range, especially if you've got any shoulder injuries, frozen shoulder, etc., rotator cuff injury. Shoulder shrugs up and down. Let's get a bit of breath work into this now. We inhale wide and full into the ribs and exhale through the mouth as if you're breathing out through a straw. Have you forgotten about your feet already? You see? Distraction. And we're going to step away from that and just notice, just feel how those feet feel right now. Does that feel good? We're going to step up onto the hog. Now I'm going to turn to face you. And I want you to just start to move on top of that hog. If yours is quite new, it will be a little bit more spiky. So just be cautious of how much weight you put. You could have a thin towel over these prickles, because I do teach a lot of participants who have got arthritis in their big toes, and they find it better to have a towel on top of the hog. So they're still getting a little bit of the pressure points into the bottom of the foot. You're starting to release the fascia in the bottoms of your feet. And now what I'd like you to do is keep your right foot parallel, turn your left heel out, and you're going to press into your heel and then back to your toes. Oops, you see already this has become a balance challenge for me. I would suggest find a focal point, so look down and find a spot on the floor, and that helps. And now switch and change, other side. How's your day been? Okay? I like to have a little chat as we're going along. Keep this really, not so formal. I'm not formal, I'm no one fancy. And then we're going to step off the hog. So bend your knees to pick it up, turn it round so it's rocking forwards and backwards. I'm going to move this slightly back. I'm hoping I'm still going to be in your screen. If you at home have a bit of a balance issue, you may need a chair nearby or near a wall, so take caution. Everyone, we're stepping up onto that hog. So your feet are about hip distance apart, so your hips are here. So we can't take them too wide. The narrower you take your feet, the harder this exercise is. Put one hand on your navel, one hand on your lower back. Now bend your knees a little. Now start to rock the hog forwards and backwards. So I want to get those ankle joints to move. Imagine there was a magnet on your ankles on either side of the same polarity. So you're trying to pull those ankles away from each other. How often have you knocked your knees in like so? So we want to try and make sure that we keep those knees away from each other. We stand up with the best posture we can and we relax those shoulders. Good, just keep rocking that hog for me. Start to mobilize through your ankles. The calves are working as well. And now let's level out the hog as best you can. And this is where you see how tight my ankles are. We're going to cross the arms over the chest and you're going to sit back into a squat. And then you're going to come back up. We're going to try our best to keep the hog leveled. And remember I talked about that magnet on either ankle. You want to make sure that those ankles are pushing away from each other slightly. And then come back up. Yeah, you might be watching thinking, oh, his alignment is slightly off. I do have a little bit of curvature in my spine, so you may notice a slight deviation. But trying to level out your hog as we squat. Press those knees forwards to the center of your foot. On the next one, we're going to stay down and hold it here. Now rock your hog forwards and go a little deeper. Stay there. Now try and level it out and then come up. Wow. Let's do that again. Did you notice the difference there? So come down to your squat. Watch your lower back. Now press that hog forwards. Come down even deeper. Now level your hog without your bum lifting and then come up. Oh, you can see my forehead's already shining. Hey, let's go again. Come on down. Level it out. Lower your bum a little bit more. Level your hog and come up to stand. And step off the vehicle for me. Give a little shake out. Bend your knees. Swivel it around. Now it's rocking side to side. You see that? We are only going to use one foot in the center of the hog. So my right foot goes to the middle. My big toe, baby toe, and heel are 3 points of pressure. I want to focus on that. I then step up onto that leg. And I bring my other leg to the side. I'm going to put my thumbs on my margin of my ribs and my small fingers on the hip bones here, so that space stays the same. And I just want to find a balanced position, so I'm not leaning. I'm actually as upright as I can for my body. Notice I'm already wiggling around. So if you're hypermobile, your ankles are going to do this. And you want a perturbated surface, an unstable surface as well. I would like you now to take the arms out to the sides, plug your shoulders into your sockets, make sure that they're not popping out. Bring the elbows down a bit and just start to do a little side leg raise for me. Flex the left ankle parallel towards the screen, and notice how my knee is just not mine. Keep it going. And now what I want us to do is just bring that knee up and then kick it back like a donkey kick to the back wall. So I want to get my glute to switch on, push my heel to the back. I'm trying to maintain core stability as well. Are you breathing? Beautiful job, everyone. I do hope this records. Now stay here for a moment and turn your head and look at your right hand. And then, oh my goody gosh, look at your left hand. Back to me, and then come down. Notice, do you feel this leg's warming up? No jumping jacks in sight. Left side. Big toe, baby toe, heel. Those are your 3 points of pressure. You're directly in the center of your hog. Come up once again. Apologies, I'm not directly in the shot. Your thumbs are on the margin of your ribs and your small fingers are on your hip bones. And you're just going to find that balance for me. We're going to bring the foot to the side. I'm going to flex my foot, try not to sickle. And I'm going to be pushing that leg out to the side without changing this. Oh, I've got less range on this side. Does anyone else feel that? And I'll take the arms out. Relax your elbow so we're not hyperextending. Breathe out. Navel gently pulls in, pelvic floor muscles pull in as well. My standing leg, the left, is not locked out. There's a slight knee bend to give me more control of my leg muscles. I hope that's true with you as well. Keep those hands active. Come on. You can do this. Stay with me. And now bring that knee up. Keep the knee at table or 90 and kick it to the back. Get the glute and hamstring to engage without jacking into your lumbar spine as we do that. So breathe in and breathe out. Inhale through nose, exhale through mouth like you're breathing out through a straw. Can you feel your left hip? Pause here and hold. Now look at, turn your whole skull and look at your left hand. And then turn your skull and look at your right hand. Wowzers. Do it again. We need to be able to turn our heads and balance. Back to me and come down. How hard is that? Such a simple movement, right? And that really works. Fantastic. We are going to take the hog back to our, let's do a rock forwards and backwards. I'm going to use some weights now. You don't have to use weights. You can do this whole section body weight if you want to, but you need a drink of water. I've got two 10 kg weights in my hands. My hog is rocking forwards and backwards. I don't know if you can see that. This is live. I'm not going to edit this. So we're going to take the left leg on top of it, and you're going to take your right foot back. Big step back. So now you've raised that right heel. Reset your shoulders, lift your chest. From this position, we're going to lower that back knee down nice and slow, and then come up. My right leg, or should I say my left, because this is my left, is having to negotiate the whole time whilst I'm doing this. Keep it going. I want you to work really slowly today. So not a hit class. Go slow, please. We're going to change the muscle focus to glute. So you're going to hinge forwards. You're now going to very slowly come down and stay in your 3/4 range. So I'm not resting my chest on my thigh, FYI, but I am forwards. Notice how it's changed the muscle focus. Press that left knee out to your baby toe. Keep the abdominal switched on. Roll your shoulders back and down. Even without weights, this is still great. Stay in that 3/4 range. That's where the party is. I'm shaking. And stand up. Oh, give it a shake. Change sides. Heavy weights, everyone, please. No 2 kilos. That's how much. You lift heavier than that, you know that. Raise that left heel, the right foot is on your hog. Reset your shoulders, your back knee goes straight down. And then you come up. So that's your 90-90. Exhale to lift. Chest is proud. Track the knee through the center of the foot. Oh, wobble, wobble, Adrian. So what does that mean? This is my weaker side. Funny enough, that's my right leg. I'm right-handed. Back knee goes straight down. Shoulders out of the ears. How are we doing, everybody at home? Stay with it. Keep your focus. Big smiles. Are you ready? Hinge forwards. Go. Now stay in that 3/4 range. Press the knee out to your baby toe. Lift and lower in that 3/4 range. Nice and low. Come on. We can do this. Stay on that hog. Woo! I'm burning. Heavy weights in your hands, please. Shoulders out of the ears. I've got 10 in each hand, FYI. And then come up. Oh, give it a shake. I'm going to keep one of my weights now. Come back to me. We're going to turn the hog so it's rocking side to side. And I'm going to hold my weight to here. I'm going to put my right foot on my hog. And so are you. We're going to go for a side squat and a curtsy. Got it? So I'll wait for you. Get yourself sorted. Your right foot's in the center of your hog. The weight is here, or you've got 0 weight in your hand. That's totally fine. And you'll work your way up to this, right? So we're going to squat down. Down and back. Are you breathing? Lean forward. Get the booty. Exhale as we press up on the exertion. You want to elevate left. This is why I love barefoot training. Hold it and come down. Shake. Side 2. Look down, check. Is your foot in the center? Let's side squat. Go down and curtsy. I don't want to rush too much. Keep the elbows under the weight so it's not a shoulder exercise. I have to check my left knee doesn't roll in. Come on. Are you sweating yet? We can do it. Push, push, push. 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, balance. And come down. Shake it off. Woo! Wonderful job. Put the weight to the side. We will move the hog out the way for the moment. The next exercise I learned on a functional aging course, which I thought was excellent. I'm just going to move my camera down. You're going to make your way to the floor, grab a drink of water. In terms of weight selection, I've gone, oh, too low, guys, sorry. Let's bring it up a bit. Yeah, it's about there. This is live, I'm not going to edit. I'm just going to go for it. So I'm using a 7 kilo weight. Grab something you've got there that you can lift. Really good. The purpose of this is it will save our life if we fall, to get us off the ground. So it's a side sit position. I'm sat with my right hip. I've got my right hand out. Wrist pain, maybe knuckles or forearm, but I want you to try your best to get this position. We all know what a side plank is, so it's like doing a side plank. I'm pushing the ground away from me, my shoulders in my home. I'm gonna keep this other leg here. What else am I working on? Hip mobility. So from here, you'd be able to get up to stand. See? That's my aim, is to get us off the ground. You don't want to be waiting on the floor for an ambulance for 10 hours. That's the reason I'm doing this, team. My elbows forwards, my palm is facing you, my shoulders is in its home and not locking out. Are you ready? Neck is long. We're going to take 10 repetitions here, pressing up. Let's go. 10. Oblique is working. 9. 8. Sit up tall, please. Don't sag. Come on. 4. 3. Come on, you can do this. Come down. Switch. Side 2. So I'm sat on my left gluteal. My arm is out. My shoulders set. My elbow is facing you. My palm is facing you. Ready? Let's go. No sagging. And 10. 9, are you breathing out? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. You've got another round. It's got to be tough, and that's what makes us stronger. Maybe you here today, this is your level 1 day, and you're going to build your way up. You're going to do this video and over until you get stronger each day. Let's go. And 10, 9, 8, breathing out, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, oh, shoulders, 2, 1. I teach this often in my body conditioning classes. I have a huge different range of ages in class, and we all do it. It's amazing. So please get used to doing your weights. Are you ready? Let's go and lift. 10, breathe out. 9, 8, neck relax. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, don't slouch. Come down. Beautiful. Moving on. Did you see how it was so easy to get into this position? So from here, your hands are under your shoulders, your knees are under your hips, thighs are vertical. Press the shins into the mat. You round your back into cat. Then come back to long position. We go again. You could be on your knuckles right now. Come into a neutral for you. Reach the right arm and the left leg out as far as you can. Square your hips. I'm just going to move into shot. And then from here, what I want you to do is bring your elbow into your knee and push away. Now don't look at me. 2. Look down to the floor, but keep the neck long. Are you still there? Come down, switch, get ready. Bone loading, we need it for increasing bone mass density. Let's go, take it out, level pelvis, neck long, let's go, bring it in. This is not about, oh, how high can I lift my leg? It's about lengthening leg and arm away from each other. Reach, elongation, pelvic stability, and bone loading in that wrist, shoulder, a little bit of core. I've lost count, so I'm just going to do, because I'm rubbish timing, a few more. And come back in. Recovery stretch. You can either stay in this position and walk the hands out to your puppy pose. The second option could be here, or you could open the knees, sit back into your child's pose. Maybe your head is hovering off the mat, shoulders low, and take a moment and then walk yourself up. The next thing we're going to work on, if you sit a lot, is your hip flexors. You will need a pillow or a towel for your knee maybe. Okay, so when you're ready, grab that. I'm going to turn around this way. So I'm going to have my right knee down and my left leg forwards. I'm not going to move camera up, I just think we need to keep going. This is an important position to be able to get up from the floor from. So if you can do a 90-90 here, you can get off the ground. This is going to save your life. I know it sounds really cheesy, but we need to be so, focused on keeping our bones strong, keeping us function. Right, so what I'd like you to do from here, so in that 90-90 position, think of pushing the knee down and back. Okay, so I want my butt muscle to engage. I'm going to gently tuck my tailbone under me a little, and I'll feel the stretch at the front of my right hip. The hip flexor going into the quad. I'm then going to start to drive forwards just a little and come back. Maybe for you today, that is your max. I'd like you to just stay there and breathe. Now put your hands on your thigh, lift your sternum, and go forwards and back. Great move to do after a whole day of sitting. Desk bound, if you find you quite desk bound, and get those shoulders back. Talking about desk bound, rounded shoulders. So we're now going to add a arm. So as you start to push, you reach. Now I'll show you. You've maybe seen this before. That's a hypermobile back hinge. We want to avoid that. So I just want you to stay with a small range and work with your shoulder today. Stay nice and proud in the chest region. Breathe out. Exhale, push the knee down into the ground. Let's do one more. Now hold it there. My left hand is on the inside of my knee. I'm then going to take a side bend and squeeze my glute. I can feel even more. 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Lovely. We're going to change height. I'm going to turn around. You just stay facing so you can see. 90-90. Shoulders above hips. Press the knee down and pull it back. Tuck your tail slightly and start to move. Maybe put your hands on your front thigh. Once you've seen the movement, can you look directly forwards? Otherwise, you're looking at the screen the whole time and you get a funny neck position. So keep yourself here. Breathing out. Maybe that's you today. Level 2, float the arm up. Get a bit of shoulder mobility into that as well. Not going too far that you're hinging into your lumbar spine. You may want to monitor that with your hand on your low back. Breathing out as you go for your stretch. About 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. Coming onto your spine now. We're going to roll onto our backs. Maybe you need a drink of water. Make sure your space is clear. If you've got any spinal injuries, you roll to your side and then onto your back. Otherwise, your hands behind your thighs and you roll down. Shoulder bridge. Your feet are about shoulder width apart. You're going to place your thumbs on the margin of your ribs and your little fingers on your hip bones. Without doing any tucking, breathe in. As you breathe out, step into your feet and push your pelvis straight up to the sky and then come down. Avoid hyperextending, especially if you're hypermobile. You'll be able to hyperextend your back, which I cannot do because I have a flat back. Press into your feet, your knees should be tracking forwards. Now that you've got that, cross the arms over your chest. Progression, toes lifted, heels down, because I want to get your hamstrings to engage. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale to lower. Opening the hips. Imagine the hips as a door hinge, opening and closing. Now stay at the top there, lower the toes down. Step into your left leg, elbows digging into the ground. Raise your right knee to tabletop and hold it there for me. Relax your toes. Now we're going to lower the left gluteal to the ground and lift. Maybe lift your bottom toes up. That's more hamstring. Breathing. Pause and hold. Toe ball heel down. Organize pelvis. Step into your right foot. Raise your left knee to 90. Flex the right ankle. Let's lower and lift. You want to get your right hamstring to fire up now. Pause, foot down, roll down through your spine. Give me a full body stretch for a moment. Shake it off. Lower back stretch, bring your knees in. Painful knees hold under. Everyone else hold on top and rock from side to side. Feet come down, inner thighs connected. Open the arms to a T or lower down for shoulder pain. The knees move away from the screen. Turn your head towards the screen. And then back to the center, switch sides. So if you've got osteopenia, osteoporosis, you're going to decrease this range and do a very small hip roll. Those of you that can, you are adding rotation through the neck and the lower back, so we're getting a nice spiral through your spine as we move from side to side. Nice bit of neck mobility. We love it. Come back to the center. Where's my towel? I'll show you why I'm using this. If you've got a pillow, you need it. Place it behind your head so that your neck is safe. You're going to cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Now activate your ankle joint. Keep the ankle joint away from the knee joint. And maybe this is you today. So hip replacements, this may not be suitable. Just do a little hip roll. Maybe you can feel the glute stretch already on your right side. If not, hands go through on either side, lift up. And this is where pillow comes in handy. How often have you done this when you do the stretch? Keep your head down. Another handy option would be to use the wall, like so. If you cannot physically hold your leg, great option there. Progression, as you can see, I'm holding my shin. And just rock from side to side. Come down, switch sides. Start easy. Level 1, you maybe just want to hold it there, or even just guide the thigh bone out and in, getting a bit of mobility in your hip joint. Level 2, hands here. Level 3 there. Maybe using the wall again. Now rock from side to side. Notice you get more if you tip away from the hip that's being stretched. Maybe you do, maybe you do not. And then come down, uncross, roll towards the screen. How are we going? The next movement is great for hip hinging. I'm actually feeling pretty warm. I hope you are too out there. Grab a drink of water if you need it. Start in the quadruped position. So find the best position for you. I've relaxed my toes. So just start with a gentle bone loading forwards and backwards. I'm working on my knee flexion, shoulders, wrist weight bearing on the hands. So what we're going to do from here, I may go out of shot, is you're going to come back into your hinge. Your hands come off the ground and then you come up. Sit back, reach the arms forwards and then come back into your quadruped. So we go back, come up. You're working on this hip fold here. Hip fold. Come forwards, come back. Breathe out as you lift. Inhale, lower. Match your breath with the movement. breathe out. Is your neck in good alignment? Are you still looking at the screen? I hope not. Once you've seen the movement, you go ahead. Trust my cueing. Sit back, hands off the floor, come up. How important is hip hinge? Very. See how it could get me off the ground? There, up. Last one. From here, take 1 foot forwards. Lean forwards a little. See the hip hinges there. Tuck your back toes under. Do not use your hands. Take the arms in front of you. Give me some fists there. Tight fist, and then stand up. Come down. Reset. Side 2. Forwards. Hinge. Tuck. Abs on. Pull. Go. Come down. Toes. Come back. Switch. Hinge. Tuck toes. Up. Down. Now this might be something tricky today. Maybe you're not doing this version today, but this is what I wish us to achieve. That. Okay. Let's do one more round each way, because I know you can. Or you're working up to this. Just imagine you're doing it. Even if you've just done this bit, getting this bit here, that's good enough, because you can use your hand to come up. Hinge. And then stand all the way up, shake it off. I'm going to move my camera up again. Ooh, how are you feeling after that? So give it all a little shake out. And take a nice deep inhale, lift. And exhale down. I'm thanking you so much for watching this. So if you like this video, please don't forget to comment below and like and share with your friends. My name's Adrian Dixon. Thank you so much for watching, and stay healthy and keep active. Heavier weights, everyone. And I look forward to seeing you again in my session.